Tomorrow or today I would like to do a video and explain how in Genesis chapter 3 the word subtle, it's actually spelled S-U-B-T-I-L there, but today we spell it S-U-B-T-L-E. So subtle in the Hebrew is actually connected to the word naked there when it describes that Adam and Eve were, it was actually man and woman, because Adam is the generic word for man, and the woman didn't have the name Eve yet, so it was man and woman, and they were naked and not ashamed. So in John 7:24 it says, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." And God actually said the same thing to Samuel at one time. He says that he doesn't judge according to the appearance, but he looks on the hearts. So the first thing that Adam and Eve did, if you remember, is that they sewed fig leaves that covered their nakedness, because now they could judge. Their eyes were opened, remember, because the fascinating and fabulous kind of serpent, Dracon, which is Nakash and Ophis in the Greek, and in the Septuagint they translated that Ophis, and in Revelation we find that the Satanas, or Satan, and Diabolos, devil, and serpent, Ophis, and Dracon, that's right. So those four are made equivalent, and it says that those are all one thing. So the fabulous serpent we see is the one who makes these deceptions according to how people judge according to the appearance. And so I would like to connect those two Hebrew words. If you don't know how to look in your Strong's Concordance at subtle and also at naked, you'll find that those, I'm sure you would find that those Hebrew words are probably close to each other in the numbers too. But if you had like the Jewish Publication Bible, it actually has a footnote down there and it'll tell you that those are related. So I would like to explain that a little more in depth about the different judgments. Like I made a video recently called the Two Thrones, because people will make a literal throne, a literal temple, and literal, all this literal things you can see, physical things, right? But the spiritual things are the inner things, and the inner things are not the things that we judge according to the appearance. So once Adam and Eve sinned, they began to learn how to judge according to appearances, and that's why fashion and trends and trivial things are so popular, and that's what men choose, are the outer things, the big houses, the nice cars, the big churches, right? Everything has to be high and exalted, and they feel that if they stand on a tall hill, they're actually closer to God. So they go to these high places because it lifts them up. They think they're closer to God, and they put steeples on the church way up. And they say, my steeple's bigger than your steeple, and they build their steeple higher than the church next door's steeple. And that's the way that they think. They think according to physical and outer things rather than the inner, deep things of the true house of God, which is the believers, and the spiritual things, which are inward things, not outward things. So I would like to help discuss that, the two different judgments, the difference between God's judgments and man's judgments, the difference between deep things and the things on the surface. So I'll see y'all later. All right.